Welcome back to the program this morning on ITV. We are back here again at the Abuja Network Center. So this segment, we shall take a look at security, especially in the Federal Capital Territory. For some times now, the Federal Capital Territory has been immersed in series of kidnapping. One chance, just name it, especially kidnapping, has become like a daily occurrence in the Federal Capital City. And people will be wondering, why is this happening in a place where people should feel safe, because this is the Federal Capital Territory, this is the capital of the country, and this is the seat of power. This, in any normal circumstance, it should be the safest place for every Nigerian. In fact, there are lots of people in the FCT today that run away, that flee from the insecurity in their state to come to the FCT so they could be secured and feel safe. But that is not happening now, because these same people seem to be laying siege in the Federal Capital Territory. And we shall be discussing the security matters with no other person than our security expert, Mr. Peter Anthony. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. Good morning. Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir. Compliment of the season. Now the question will be, why should the seat of power be so much engulfed in insecurity?
I think, good morning, viewer. It's too early in the year to begin to talk about this, because I expected that, having put the off-season elections behind us, we should be having some more hands at the security level to deal with some of these things. Secondly, I suspect, I'm not sure, that there are so many distractions now for the police. Distractions from the politicians, distractions from the environment itself, and even distraction even from within the service, as it were. What I mean by all this is that you find police getting to do what ordinarily the civil security guards on the street should be doing. You go to individual houses, you find 4, 5, 6, 10 policemen. That is minus what is available to take care of the security in the city. You go to shopping malls, you find policemen at shopping malls. I wonder how or when we have fallen to that level where shopping malls are now to be guarded by the Nigerian police that is paid from the taxpayers' account. So all that removed from what is available to the system, you discover that they have low manpower. That is one. Two, the FCT itself is embroiled in so many activities, and most of these activities, police are brought into it, such that even the police, I'm sure sometimes they wonder if that is their duty. So FCT is going through what it is going through because these distractions are there. And then the last one is that I'm seeing a picture of migration of the criminals. Maybe the trend outside FCT now is that kidnapping is no more lucrative. It's going down. I give you a funny example. The last kidnapping in Lokoja, the Kogi Lokoja, I was shocked when I saw a video of some security men saying that they were pursuing the kidnappers in the forest. I was shocked. I had opportunity to hear from some of the victims and even one or two families that were involved. When they kept the people for a week in the bush and there was no response, they would call the families and the families would say, we don't have money. Simply, we don't have money. They even call some family who banged the phone on them. So the kidnappers had to tell them, look, guys, this is a bad business. They abandoned the people and went away.
Okay, the kidnappers themselves abandoned.
Yes, they abandoned their victims. You know, I said it here severally that the global best practice for kidnapping is not to encourage it by paying. You don't pay. As you keep paying, they keep doing it. You are strengthening them. You are strengthening the business. But like this one now that kept them for 1 week, tried to feed them for 1 week, and nothing came out. Nobody to talk to. I'm sure that before they go for another expedition, they will think twice. They will say, are we really going to? So they are beginning to believe that the FCT is where they can get money. And they are migrating to FCT. This is my suspicion. I may not be totally correct. But if you look at the trend, you discover that that is likely to be the issue. Because back in the interland, the kidnappers don't get money anymore. They kidnap somebody, say bring, like in the past, they say bring 50 million or bring 100 million. There was a case in Zamfara where they started from 100 million. On their own, they brought it down to 50 million. From 50 million, they brought it down until they brought it down to 100,000 naira. And even the 100,000 naira was difficult to get. So, it's no more a business as usual. So, FCT is under siege because they believe that this is where the money is. Central bank is here. The politicians that are controlling the money are here. I would not be surprised if they begin to penetrate the politicians' houses to, pick them up.
That is the issue, because most times this kidnapping, they happens at not in the city center anyway, at the.
Some are happening in the city center.
At the squatter settlement, that is where they happen. And in the suburb, they kidnap people, and then they're asking, like the recent one now that happened in Bwari, that they're asking for the sum of 16 million naira. Now, when you kidnap somebody from an environment that you know that nothing much is happening, and you're demanding this amount of money, what is that? What kind of psychology is that?
That is offer price.
Okay.
Offer price.
That high?
We know normally the Nigerian bargaining system now. Something that you are going to sell for 20 naira, you start from 500 naira. Then you bargain and until you get to 15 naira. I just gave you an example. Don't be surprised that 16 million they are asking for, at the end of the day, they may end up asking for 500,000. Because if the money is not there, it's not there. We all know the economy we are into. The money is not there. The average civil servant that was riding 2-3 cars, if you go drive along the road now, you see a lot of cars with bottled water on top of it, indicating that they are available for sale. Those are cars that were bought for luxury. But now the owners can no longer fuel them. So they have to dispose them. So if you think because somebody was riding 2 cars 3 years ago and is still going to be that buoyant, they're missing the point. So, like I keep saying, the system will correct itself.
How?
It's correcting itself now. Gradually, they will get to understand that this economy does not make room for somebody dipping hand into somewhere and bring out 60 million. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. They're not going to get it. If they kill the person, they just kill the individual for nothing. So they will now realize that getting to go and pick people, take them to the bush, go and kill them, and you don't get nothing. It's not good business. It's not good business. So the families who are running around to look for, even the families don't have it. These days, there was a time when they would not even come to the church and discreetly raise money. But go to church now, ask them what they raise. Those who were giving the fat envelope before can no longer give fat envelope. Because gradually, even the president that we were thinking that is not looking at corruption is beginning to look at it. So everybody is going to hide it close. So we are expecting a scenario where there will be no free cash.
So now, what should security agencies be doing? Because you talked about distraction. And now, this is something that we keep talking year in, year out. they assign security men to politicians. You see one individual with like 5 policemen. You go to offices, even private citizens, as long as you have money. But let me ask, in the security district, is this the practice
No.
that government security agencies should be giving out to private individuals?
Is the decay in the system. Is the rottenness of the system, if that is I'm looking for a stronger word to use.
The decadence.
The decadence in the system. I don't see why. I keep saying it here. One of the things that has gone wrong with us is that a set of service chiefs come that one will expect, oh, they should be pragmatic. I don't want to say that they are overwhelmed by what they meet on the table and then they relax, or they simply, get, overwhelmed and they don't. This job is simple enough to the point of putting this thing on the table. I keep repeating it here. As long as our service chiefs are not doing that, we will keep having this issue. Spread this thing on the table. Let everybody take the one that concerns him. Let immigration take their job. Let civil defense take their job. Let police take their job. Let army take their job. Let navy take their job. Let air force take their job. By the time you finish with that, you discover that every sector is covered. There is no reason why we should go and put soldiers at the border. There is no reason why we should go and put police at the border. These agencies are recruiting every year. Where are the people? Some of them are washing clothes in Oga's house.
Customs are supposed to be at the border.
Yes, and the customs and immigrations. But you go to the OLOD platform, where you are supposed to have maybe 2 or 3 custom staff. You go and meet 50 people there, 50 custom men, because that is where the stealing of our oil is happening. So everybody wants to go there. Come to the airport. You go and come and see the number of security men that are at the airport. All security services have men posted to the airport. Doing what? All of them. Air Force.
Joint task force.
Joint task force. Do we need joint task force to police travelers that are going out or coming in? Do we need it? We don't. We travel every day down to other countries. We know what we see. The immigrations are there. What immigration cannot handle, they will simply package the individual back into the aircraft that brought him into the country and send him back to where he's coming from. That's what they do abroad. Once they are not satisfied with your entry, they put you back. But here, custom is there, immigration is there, police is there, army is there. Doing what? They're doing nothing. As far as I'm concerned, that's not their place. And that is why we are overwhelmed. I even had a nasty experience just a few weeks ago. I was coming in and we were on the queue. And immigration officer went to a Lebanese, collect his passport to go and clear him ahead of us that were on the queue. Just because he's jobless, as far as I'm concerned. If he was tied down with his responsibility somewhere, he will not come and be doing that kind of nasty thing that is not happening elsewhere. I have to walk up to the Lebanese and ask him, thank God we are coming from the same direction. Do you do this in your country? In that your stupid Lebanon, do you do this? And then it became a quarrel. So at the end of the day, my dear, the problem we are having is that we have misplaced responsibility. Everybody is, nobody is telling anybody, this is your job, do it. If immigrations cannot do their job, they should tell us why they are having a problem. And then we equip them, we support them, we give them the training to do their job. The same thing for all the other services.
All right, thank you very much. We don't have much time. My producer has given me the sign to wrap up. Thank you very much. We will call you again for more discussion on this matter because security, like we say, is everybody's business. Thank you for